Hey, what's up, guys? Have you ever wondered who were the best players in backyard baseball? Well, stick around to find out. Today, we'll be doing a breakdown to determine which players are the best in backyard baseball. We'll be ranking each of these 30 kids from best to worst, according to some embedded statistical categories inside of the game. We will be ranking every kid according to each specific stat inside of the game to determine their overall. The game's skill have been broken down into 4 specific categories that include hitting score, defensive score, pitching score, and intelligence. Because there are many skills inside of the game, and some more important than others, each individual skill will be weighted according to importance. That way we get a more fair and accurate determination of each player's overall. For example, bat power in this game is way more important than bat contact and vision. So bat power would be around 60% of the hitting score, and bat contact and vision will be around 20% of the total score. So after calculating all of the cumulative stats, each player will be given a non-pitching overall, and that will include hitting score, speed, defensive score, and intelligence. And then we will use that non-pitching score along with the player's pitching score to determine their overall altogether. The reason I've done it this way is so that all players' skills are equally showcased inside of their overall. For example, Angela Del Vecchio is primarily a pitcher in this game, but she's not so good at other areas inside the game. So we want to make sure that her importance on the mound is reflected in her overall. So we have done it this way. Here's the graphic that we will use to add each player to our tier list. There will be 15 kids that will go inside the tier list, and 15 kids, obviously, will go outside of it. And this is what we'll use to determine which players are the best in backyard baseball. So who do you think will sit atop the backyard baseball mountain? Without further ado, let's get started. First up, we have Ricky Johnson, who's probably the nicest character in the entire series. He's a solid player. He lacks power, but he's strong in other areas, giving him a 60 overall. Next up, we have Kimmy Ekman coming in at 61 overall. She's pretty solid at the plate. She's one of the few players in the entire backyard series with their own home field, Ekman Acres. She's a little better in some of the later backyard baseballs, but here she's just a 61 overall. Next up, we have Marky Dubose, pretty entertaining player due to his dialogue and playing with the frog in his hand. But he rounds out at a 63 overall, pretty decent player in the field, but lacks speed and IQ. Next is Billie Jean Blackwood. She's actually the tallest player in the entire series. She's average all around, her best skill being her bat contact, which was a 96. But this gives her a 66 overall. Next up is Angela Del Vecchio, coming in at 68 overall. I'm a bit shocked she's this low. Probably because of how uncoordinated she is, it reflected in her stats. She's a strong pitcher and also has a ton of power. Coming in at 69 overall, we have Gretchen Hasselhoff. Pretty underwhelming in a lot of areas, but her pitching speed and IQ make up for it, thus giving her a 69 overall. Next, we have Jorge Garcia, coming in at 69 overall. He's a decent player at the plate, has a good amount of power, has a strong arm, which makes him a good pick for the outfield. At 69 overall, we have Maria Luna, another one of those underrated players. She's really good at the plate, but lacking in other areas. She gets a significant boost in her stats whenever her team colors are pink. Next is one half of the twin sisters. We have Ashley Weber. coming in at 69 overall. She actually has identical stats to her twin sister, Sydney. Her best skill being her plate vision, which was a 95. And now Sydney Weber, again, same exact stats as her sister. Really good plate vision. Both of these players are significantly better when they play on the same team. They both get boosts in their stats. Now we have Annie Frazier, who'll be a good pick on any team. She comes in at 70 overall. She has decent speed and glove reaction, so she'd be a good pick for the outfield. Also has a 96 bat contact. Next up, we have Kenny Kawaguchi. Probably one of the coolest players in the entire series because he plays in a wheelchair. He's really good on the mound, has a high IQ, and actually has 100 stamina in the game. Next up, we have Mikey Thomas coming in at 72 overall. He's an absolute monster at the plate and has a cannon of an arm if you were to play him in the outfield. Actually has a 100 throw power. His speed just kills him. Next, we have Dmitry Petrovich. Despite his husky frame, he actually possesses a decent amount of speed, has a pretty good amount of power at the plate as well, which gives him a 72 overall. And the last player, just outside of our tier list, we have Ronnie Dobbs coming in at 73 overall. Has a good amount of power at the plate and also has a strong arm. He's a solid pitcher as well. His older sister, Sally Dobbs, who if you put him on the same team together, he doesn't play as well. And that is it for all the kids just outside of our backyard baseball tier list. So now we will get into what you've all been waiting for. There are 15 kids remaining and 15 spots left in our backyard baseball tier list. I'm excited, so let's get started. First up, we have Jocelyn Smith, the MVP of Backyard Sports Series. She's very impressive at the plate. She has high IQ, which makes her the best on-base runner in the game. She's solid in the field, so makes a good choice for any team. She comes in at 73 overall. Next up, we have Tony Del Vecchio, the brother of Angela Del Vecchio. He comes in at 73 overall. He's really good at the plate, has a decent amount of power, has 100 throw power in the game, so always a good choice for the outfield. Tony Del Vecchio. Next up, we have Vicky Kawaguchi, the sister of Kenny Kawaguchi, coming in at 74 overall. Her speed and fielding make her a good choice for just about any place on defense. She's not very good at bat, but she's still a very dangerous base runner with her speed. Next up, we have Ernie Steele, the jokester of the group. Another one of those kids that has his own stadium, maybe the most popular stadium in the whole backyard sports series. He comes in at 75 overall. His fielding and throw accuracy make him a good choice for any of those corner and infield positions. And rounding out our commentary, we have Reese Worthington coming in at 76 overall. Or just a pretty solid all-around player. His fielding and speed make him a good choice for anywhere in the field, and he has a high IQ. Moving along to our uncommon tier, we have Ahmed Khan coming in at 78 overall. One of the best hitters in the game. He has a hit power of 95 and bat contact of 84. He's the brother of Amir Khan. And also at 78 overall, we have Luann Louis, the youngest player of the entire Backyard Sports Series, but definitely not lacking in skill. She's the second fastest player in the game, behind Pete Wheeler, and also one of the best pitchers in the game. Our third player at 78 overall, we have Stephanie Morgan. She's above average at just about every skill inside of backyard baseball, but she gets significantly better whenever she plays at the shortstop position. And last to go in our uncommon tier, we have Lisa Crockett at 79 overall. Just another player who's skillful at just about everything inside the game. She fits in just about every lineup, with her being such a good all-around player. So with that being the last player in our uncommon tier, We only have 6 players left to go. Do we have any surprises so far? Let me know down in the comments. Our first player inside the rare tier, we have Sally Dobbs coming in at 80 overall. Probably the most balanced player in the entire game. She's the older brother of Ronnie Dobbs and also gets max stats in her fielding and pitching whenever they're playing on the same team. She has the 3rd highest bat power at 94 and also possesses an 86 throw power. So she's a really good pickup for any team. Next up in the rare tier, we have Dante Robinson coming in at 81 overall. There's no surprise he's this high overall because speed kills in this game. He's actually the 2nd youngest player in the game, but he's a really talented and special player. His fielding and speed make him dangerous just about anywhere. And last to go in the rare tier, we have Pete Wheeler, who's also at 81 overall. Pete is very dominant in this game. He's one of those fan favorite characters. He's the only player in the game that possesses 100 speed. He's really good in the field and also really good at the plate as well. So now there are only 3 players remaining. Who will be crowned the GOAT of backyard baseball? I was a bit surprised Pete did not end up on this next tier. But stick around to find out who sits atop the mountain. And first to go in our epic tier, we have Amir Khan coming in at 84 overall. Amir is the best pitcher in the game and also super smart. He's a really good hitter and also gets a boost in his stats whenever playing alongside his older brother, Ahmed Khan, so his overall can be even higher when they're on the same team. And next to go in the epic tier, and the 2nd highest overall in the game, we have Keisha Phillips at 85 overall. Keisha is dominant in just about every aspect of the game outside of pitching. Despite her tall and wide frame, she's actually a very fast base runner. Her best skills are her hit power and her throw power. So now, there's only 1 player remaining that goes inside of our legendary tier. His nickname might be the Secret Weapon, but it's no secret at all who the best player in backyard baseball is. So last but not least, we have Pablo Sanchez, a 99 overall, and the only player to reach the 90 and over overall mark. Pablo is usually the consensus first pick for any backyard baseball team. Pablo is the only player in the game with 100 bat power and also 100 glove and reaction. So that gives him a 99 in both batting and fielding. To no one's surprise, Pablo is the best player that you can have on your team in this game, and that's why he sits atop our backyard baseball tier list mountain and gets to wear the title as GOAT of backyard baseball. So this was a really fun video to make for you guys, because I just love and enjoy the Backyard Sports series. Using the top 9 players in the game, I have put together a lineup, positions, and a batting order where I think fits best. And let me know in the comments if you can put together a lineup with the rest of the kids that can beat my current lineup. With that being said, that will be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you.